Magny and Shavkat Rakhmonov in the welterweight division. This is the new and improved Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat relies on a lot of strength, a lot of just brute force to win his fights. Shavkat is kind of like Khamzat Chimaev, but he's a lot more technical. He has very good wrestling, he's got very good striking, but the two things that he's a little bit different than in Khamzat is he's very, very technical, and he has the better kicking game. Wrestling, grappling, and boxing are very even. You can slightly give some advantages to Khamzat Chimaev in those, because he is a very, very strong opponent, but Shavkat Rakhmonov is one of the most technical strikers, and even if he's throwing things that you would think and consider to be untechnical, like a spinning kick to the face, it does not matter. He landed that spinning kick on Carlson Harris and knocked him out in the first round. This dude can kill you from any moment, at any position in the fight. He can land a spinning kick to the face, a spinning kick to the body, a front kick. He can just get the fight to the clinch, land a flying knee. He's not one of those fighters that is worrying about throwing very risky attacks. He'll just throw those attacks. He'll like to set them up a little bit, kind of bait you into that spinning hook kick like he did against Carlson Harris, but he is so legit in his striking. He got very good jiu-jitsu as well, submitting Michael Brazeris and Alex Oliveira, getting a lot more submission and TKO wins. But Shavkat is legit. He's going to go out there and he's going to beat Magny. He's tall, he's very lengthy, he's going to be 2 inches taller, and he's going to have a 3-inch reach advantage. Decision is the only way he's going to beat Shavkat Rakhmonov. He's going to have to keep the fight at range, tip-tap with Shavkat Rakhmonov for 3 rounds, defend the takedowns for 3 rounds, and lay a lot more volume, because Shavkat is more powerful in terms of the hands, he's more powerful in terms of the feet, he's a better wrestler, and he's the better grappler. The only way Magny wins is if he does not eat all of those big shots from Shavkat Rakhmonov, and he can defend the takedowns from Shavkat Rakhmonov. It's not going to happen, guys. We literally just saw a year and 3 months ago him get dominated for 5 rounds against Michael Chiesa. Out-wrestled, out-grappled, just got destroyed on the ground against Michael Chiesa. And that's Michael Chiesa. He's not as good of a wrestler, not as good of a grappler as Shavkat Rakhmonov. If Michael Chiesa is dominating him that much on the ground, just imagine what Shavkat Rakhmonov is going to do. Shavkat is so good on the ground. He submitted Michael Brazeris, submitted Alex Oliveira, which in hindsight isn't that good of a submission, but Michael Brazeris and Carlson Harris is also a very legit grappler, but even that fight, he could have taken him down, but he decided to keep the fight on the feet and knock him out. Wherever the fight goes, Shavkat's going to win. He's one of the guys I think is going to be a future champion. Khamzat Chimaev, Shavkat Rakhmonov, I think they're going to be the new Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman. Kamaru and Colby are going to retire, and then we're going to have Shavkat and Khamzat continue to fight each other over and over and over again for that UFC welterweight belt. He's that legit in my opinion. So Shavkat Rakhmonov by a Let's go submission. I think he'll rock him on the feet. It'll get him down a little bit. Then he'll submit him on the ground in the second round. Shavkat Rakhmonov inside the distance.